The Pyromane is a brand new creature for ARK Survival Ascended, the first release from the ARK Fantastic Tames DLC series that just released alongside the Center Ascended. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to tame one, but also tell you everything you need to know about them. Let's get cracking. Alright Tinkers, I'm Toastbloke and I'm really excited because today I'm going to be showing you how to tame the Pyromane. Now the Pyromane is a creature that is just released alongside the Center Ascended DLC, which is actually a separate paid DLC, and it looks like it's going to be part of a series. And I have one over here which I kited over, you can see it there, and it's actually a level 150, right? So we could have some trouble taming this, but I'm going to do my best. Now, the Pyromane, as its name suggests, is a lion, which is on fire. Look at it, it looks so cool, it's such a nice design, but as a result, it is massively dangerous. This thing throws fire at you, it just sets you on fire, it leaves trails of fire as it roams around, but we'll show you more on that later once we've tamed it. For now, I've got to make sure that this thing isn't OP when I try to tame it. And there are two ways, right? We have to get it into the water, or we have to wait till it rains, because this thing is powerless when its flame is extinguished. So if we can extinguish its flame, we can tame it, but only when we've done that. Now, because keeping it in the water and stuff is going to be a little bit more tricky, and I can get kicked off this thing's back because this is a tame where you have to ride it, there's a chance that I could get absolutely wrecked. So I'm going to wait till it rains. When it rains, I'm going to parachute down there and I'm going to show you what to do. Here we go. I can see raindrops, and if we just keep an eye on the Pyromane, you should see that its fire gets extinguished. It's going to just move out of the way, isn't it, when I need to show you what happens. But you can already see it looks a little bit like it's getting a bit funny there, and away it goes. A puff of smoke or steam, and the Pyromane is now weak. Now, I forgot to tell you, but I've actually come to Lava Island to find this. I am at around 1864 on the map, which is the southeast side, I think, or south side of Lava Island. And basically, they're all around here. It's the big island at the top of the map with all the lava, surprisingly. What a surprise. But what we need to do is we need to get down there. You'll see it's done a fiery poo, right? You can actually throw them. I tried to eat one and I threw it. I want to see what happened. But while it's raining, I want to get down there and I want to have my shotgun at the ready. I've tested this with other weapons and it seems like the shotgun is the only one that got us the results that I wanted. But I'm going to have to be careful because there is a Carno nearby. Now, I want the Carno to be nearby for a couple of reasons, right? The first is, once we mount this, we have to actually try and ride it, okay? And when we are riding it, we can then kill other things with it, then I'll explain what happens then. But I shoot this twice, I get a ride command, and then I want to fight. And you'll see, when I'm riding it and I'm biting things, a bar goes up, and that shows how much fire I'm going to get from killing this. There's a timer at the bottom left, and you'll see that is at 28 seconds, which is the max it can go to. But every time I get a kill, that will go back up to 28 seconds. So I get that bar at the top if I can. That gives us more towards this main bar at the bottom. Babies don't seem to count. No way, or did it? But I came here. The reason I kited here is because there was lots of raptors, and now I can't find them. Typical that, isn't it? Where are the raptors? There's some, there's some. So I'm going to get down here, and I'm going to kill them. Basically, something smaller and lower level will die faster, which means you get that read time a lot quicker. But my issue is, we've got one in the water. We're back up at 28 seconds there. Why have they gone in the water? Oh, here's one. Oh, saber-tooth, that'll do. We'll fight that. We've got to make these die as fast as we can inside that 28 seconds to reset the timer. And you can see my taming is going up and the effectiveness is dropping. Now, I think you get more of a jump with the better creatures that you bite and eat and kill. That seems to be the case. So you want to kill higher level creatures. And if you manage to pull that off, then you get a bigger jump, but also you get better tame effectiveness. So I need to kill this quick. I got 2 seconds. One die, one die. Oh, just in time. We got a 130 here. Come on, come on. And this is a 150. No, I'm in the water. I don't want to be in the water. Let's not go in the water. I wouldn't worry too much. But during the taming process, it seems okay. Basically, this bar is always out with this creature, and it just shows how much charge you have when it comes to your fire energy, I guess. Now we're struggling here, 70 seconds, we've got another raptor. But yeah, running along the map, the bottom here, there's loads of raptor packs. There's sometimes Rexes, Carnos. This is another high level, so it should do us well, but we've got to get that kill in the 28 seconds. Is there anything else? Is that one up there? There's a few up here, I think. We need to be super quick. But it's just frantic. You've got to get on, you've got to run, and you've got to kill. And raptors just seem to be the easiest thing on the beach at the minute. Easiest thing to find. Again, this isn't going to be a perfect tame because we are going for low levels. Now, what I will say is these do have to be wild creatures. I tried this with tamed, I tried it with unclaimed, and I had 0 luck, which was no good. But there we go, we're at 71%. We've still got 90 tamed effectiveness. So it's a relatively easy tame. What level are you? I kind of want to see if we can kill the Carno. Only a level 20. Let's see if we get a bigger jump just because it's a bigger creature, higher value creature. If it is more to do with level, I think it's just the value, if I'm honest. Yeah, not much happened there because of the level, I think. So let's just keep bringing these in. We're at 83%. Our timer is high. We are getting resets. Is that an Alpha Raptor? I don't know if that's a good idea to take on. That's not what I want to see right now. Can we jump while we're doing this? We can. Let's get over here quick. We just need something else. We're so close. Like one more kill. We got 15 seconds. Hopefully one of these is a low level. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We'll just kill all of these. If one dies... Oh, no. They've got such a pack buff. Why didn't I just come here straight away? 100%. If I hold left control and click my mouse, we tame it. Now, my problem is this might get killed because we're getting absolutely braid here. But there we go. That is the tame. It's frantic. And we've done decent. Now, I'm just sprinting away. And you'll see that when I'm sprinting, when I'm doing anything, that progress bar goes down. Because that is the charge of the flame energy that I've got. We can just charge that back up by killing things. And as long as you keep that up, you'll be able to do all of your special abilities. But that's the taming process done and out of the way. What we're going to look into now. There's another one. Maybe stay away. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find somewhere safe, maybe clear an area, and I'm going to show you some of this thing's abilities just so you know what it can do, because it can do some really interesting stuff. I'm really excited to put this to good use. I've just come back across the beach here, and it seems a little bit more quiet where I've already been and where I was killing things. And the crazy thing is, it seems like this thing, once it is tamed, is staying on fire in the rain. Hasn't changed at all. But we'll just kill this quickly, just to show you what happens when we kill something. That bar goes up, dies, I get charge on my bar at the bottom, and that allows me to use that for basically my special abilities. So we'll clear them out the way, and it's still raining, but you can see I'm on fire, right? I'm all good, But if I go into the water here, it gets extinguished, and my main goes, everything goes. It's quite a nice little animation that I do like that. And then if we come out, it won't take long, our flame should come back. Come on, there we go, and we are back to being our nice king of the jungle there. So we are loving life on this, and as you can see, is that the rain stopping finally? It might be, I hope so. But you can see here the whole concept with the bar at the bottom and how we charge it by killing things. Before we go any further, I think I should probably get it all charged up. That's interesting. The bar is depleting and it's not raining. So what we've learned about the Pyromane is when you charge this bar up, it will hold its energy without it depleting for a while. But if you wait too long, it will go away. You can't just charge this thing up and leave it, not use its fire. If you don't use its fire, the game will take it off you. So it's a good idea and a good motivator to keep this charged up, to keep fighting, and to keep your energy level high. Otherwise, you're going to lose all your special abilities. So what we'll do is we'll kill these, we'll get some back, and it does hold for a little while, but it's not permanent. That's really interesting. I guess that's fair because this thing seems pretty OP, and it isn't hard to get energy back. So yeah, it seems like when you have your Pyromane, you want to make sure you're keeping it charged because that will deplete. Anyway, I said I was going to get on with abilities, so we are. I just had to make sure that I knew what was going on there because that had slipped my testing. But essentially, we have all of the instructions on what this can do on a UI on the right-hand side of the screen. And you can get rid of that. I want it there because I'm still not certain at how this goes. But the craziest thing about this is that top one, swap to shoulder pet. We saw this in the trailer. If I push Control and C, look what happens. It becomes a little pet on my shoulder, a little kitty, which means I can run around. It's essentially like being able to cryopod this without a cryo. I can run around on foot, do what I want to do. Basically, this has a couple of buffs. One is it's got an AI attack where it will breathe fire on people and things. Basically, it's a shoulder pet that's a flamethrower, and you can also see that it also looks like this is depleting in its energy. So I'm guessing that bottom icon is representing the bar across the bottom. Let's see if Control C gets this out. It doesn't. I wonder how you get this back. Is there a shortcut for it, or is it something you have to do on your pet? Looks like you do it here, right? And then we're out and in. And yeah, I think that was representing that bar. It should be empty if we go back to it now. So Control C, it is. Wow, so the bottom icon on the right is showing me the level of fire that my creature has left. Now we know what that bottom icon is for. I want to work out what the top one is for. I've jumped into creative mode and I've been trying to figure this creature out in regards to the shoulder pet aspect. And I haven't fully done it, but I've done quite a bit. We already noticed that that bar, when we were riding the Pyromane, that was going down, is represented by the lower icon on the right of my screen. It's red currently because the bar is empty, but if this has fire energy, if it's charged up, that will indicate how much by. Now there's another icon above that, and I was trying to work out what that meant, and what I've realized is if I open up the Pyromane's radio wheel for the shoulder pet there, we have this icon that matches. It says change fire source settings from off, and then I can change that to low, medium, and high. Now I'm trying to work out what that means, and there is only one thing that I think it could mean, and that is from the trailer. I think the Pyromane walked past a fire and lit it. So I'm wondering if this can actually set things on fire within its radius. So I'm going to get a campfire, I'm going to get this charged up, and then I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to see if we can actually light things using the shoulder pet, because that would be pretty cool. Do you need fueling? I don't know. I'm going to have a play about them. I cannot believe this. I have just done some testing and I am pleasantly surprised to find out that that is what that icon means. I've got myself a fire, a cooking pot, a forge, a cooker and an indie forge just to show you my findings. Some of this is great. Some of this not quite as great as I hoped. But I am going to access my shoulder pet, my Pyromane, and you'll notice I've even run out on the right hand side here of the screen of fuel on my bar. But despite that, I can turn this on to low and watch what happens. Bang! My fire, my cooking pot and my forge have lit up. The crazy thing is, there is no fuel in these. These are just running on their own because the pyro is in the area. It's in the vicinity. So if I move further up the hill, I'm intrigued to see if these will just turn off instantly. No, it looks like they'll maybe go for the length of however a piece of fuel like wood or thatch would go. I'm sure it's going to have a bit of a timer before it turns off. Yeah, there we go. But the cool thing is this has a bigger range. If I change this to 2, is that going to hit anything? Does it get it from here? Maybe a little bit far back, but there we get it. And it's got another range on it as well. Let's test how far this can actually keep things alight for. Now, I'm not noticing that there's any effects, any negative effects on this at all. I'm not noticing stamina drain, maybe food or something goes down. But I'm just blown away because what this means is we can have fires on in our bases, torches, anything we want, just by having this around and having that set. Look at them, everything all the way over there is setting alight. I'm going to turn it off again. I'm going to walk back a little bit further. I really want to get a feel for how far this can keep things alight for. Because you could have your whole base, you can have one of these in the middle, and all of your fire sources are set, right? They've gone off. Will it work from here? Let's give it a go. Put 3 on, back into K mode. Yeah, that is a huge radius. Wow, I'm so impressed by this. Honestly, these are game changing. Like, they're OP as it is from everything else I've tested. But this in particular, it's just so nice. I'm sick of putting thatch and torches. Right there, all gone. Let's see if from here 3 hits them. No, so out of range here. We just keep walking forwards. And as soon as they're light, we know that's, there we go, the fire's on. So you can be this far away from a source and your Pyromane will light it. So that is the second thing that we've realised. We can change this into a shoulder pet. And while it's in shoulder pet, but also while it's not, this thing will light things up. And I guess if you are wearing it as a shoulder pet, as you walk around, if you have that setting on, your structures that can be fueled by wooden thatch will just light up around you as you move, which is really quite interesting. It's like having automatic lights. It's like having your virtual assistant do your lighting for you in ARK. So that is really sick. I'm super glad we discovered that. Let's move on to the next ability, because this thing is wild. I've just finished a little killing spree. I went on a hunt to get this thing charged up, and we are looking good for testing. I did notice something though. If you kill another Pyromane, like that one over there, you don't get any energy towards your bar. So you need to be killing things that aren't Pyros. Don't think a Pyro is going to charge you, because it won't. The other thing that I noticed is this thing can walk on lava, which is a little bit crazy. Played about with some of the keys, and I noticed if I push the crouch button, I can actually drop in here, and I don't take any damage while I'm on this thing. So I can travel on or through lava without any problems. So yeah, you hit crouch and you will sink into the lava. Pretty good if you ask me. And I think that's what this buff means at the bottom. It says wreathed in fire, which makes me think I'm okay. Now if I quickly change this into the baby, not the baby, well it is a baby, but it's not a baby, it's just a shoulder pet. That changes and it says coloured by fire. Now, I do take damage when I walk into the fire with this on my shoulder. It would make a little bit more sense, because it would be way too OP if I could just walk around and run through lava and through fire without any issues. So that is another little feature of this. What I want to look at next are the attacks. Now, if you left click, you have your standard melee, which is just a bit of a scratch, a bit of a claw, and it's pretty good. It's not too bad, but we have two more attacks, which you can see above the bar at the center there. One is Flame Leap, and to do that, we just right click. If I right click, you'll see our Flame Leap, and it doesn't seem to reduce the amount of charge that I've got. The other is Flame Absorb, and it tells me to do Flame Absorb, I need to hold Control and right click. And it doesn't seem to do anything, right? But if I go over to a creature, it does. So let me find you one, and I'll show you how this works. There's a Carno here, and my bar is depleting. So we're just going to set this on fire. I'm going to charge it up a little, and I'm going to use the attack. Yep, my bar went up. And then if I use it again, set it on fire again, when it kills, it goes up again. Yeah, so that is a cool little thing you can use every so often. There's quite a long cooldown on it to absorb the flames if you get that bar to max, to get the best out of it before you kill it and gain even more. So you'll be able to charge this up even faster if you use that ability, just in case there's not many creatures around. That could come in handy. So those are the different attacks that this can do. Now, I did mention the Flame Leap, and it looks like you can do that in tandem with a normal jump, because this creature, of course, can jump. And if you do a jump and hit Flame Leap, which I believe is right click, isn't it? Yeah. You can do a dash and leap with your flame through that to attack a creature or get across a larger gap. So those are the attacks, the main ones. That's kind of all it has. But there is one more feature that can do damage to other creatures. I'm going to show that off super quick. If I hold, I believe, the right click when I'm running, I will leave a trail behind us, and we'll do it on this baby Rex. It's not a melee attack, it's an area of damage attack. But if I hold down right click, I will leave a trail of fire behind us, like so, and I can actually go around creatures, and they will take damage from the burn there. You can do this to players and things as well, I would presume, and you can kill things like so. And if you look, that's also set its flame to full. So when I do my flame attack there, my flame absorb, I can then take the fire back that way as well, which is super nice. So there's a few ways you can charge this up, get creatures on fire to absorb the flame, or just kill them while you've got them fully enflamed, and you're away, you're sorted. Other than that though, I don't see any other abilities. We've got the shoulder pet, we've got the absorb the flame. Obviously, you absorb flame when you kill something as well, unless it's one of these, because that doesn't happen. It's nice to see the AI can do the jump into the flame leap. That's pretty sick, right? That's pretty cool. That's going to be lovely and safe when I'm going around this place. This is a 145. I don't want this fight. I'm going to have to deal with it, and then we'll continue talking. Thanks, Gil. Before we were rudely interrupted, I was trying to tell you all of the things that this can do. But I've just realised there's more things about this that I hadn't noticed in fighting. Now, here's the thing, right? If you are doing your flame trail, that is the only attack, it seems, that actually does deplete your fire bar. So if I just do that jump there, it doesn't do anything. But if I hold down right click and leave that trail, you'll start to see when I'm holding it, the bar goes down. So that does actually deplete your flame energy, which is a little bit interesting. You're going to have to manage that a little bit more carefully, because as well as that tick over time, after a little period, you're also going to end up using it when you flame trail. But it seems like you get some good flame energy back from that if you do a flame absorb. Let's just kill a few things and make sure we're all charged up again, because I didn't notice there's actually something else, right? There's something here called Flame Boost, which is when you hold control and left click. And it doesn't seem to do anything for me. So let's run over here, get back to camp, and just see if we can figure out what that last thing does. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I feel like we've figured out a lot, but there's that one thing eluding us. And it's probably really obvious. But let's test this first of all. Ooh, hello. What are these icons? Rest. Oh, curls up and goes to sleep. Oh, that's even better than a Megalosaurus. That is so cool. Can I activate the fires while it's asleep? Let's see. Oh, you can. So you can just have it tucked up asleep and have that just dealing with all of your, well, anything that needs fuel, essentially, that isn't gas. Let's get the forge on as well. Oh, that is so nice. And it's resting. And then does this wake it up? It must do, right? Excellent. So that's really cool. That's interesting. That's another little feature we found there. And then finally, I just found these icons and got distracted. But yeah, I wanted to see if this thing did a flame boost to fires here. I don't know if that's what it does. I kind of need to work that out. So if I hold control and left click, nothing's happening. I'm also out of energy though. Maybe we get some flame back, some flame energy. Just give that one last go, right? I'm pretty much fully charged, so let's head over here, and it says hold control and left click. And it is doing a roar now on near fires. Why is that? What has that done? That's the right one. It's done a roar, and I'm glowing more, and my energy's going down. Right, so if I'm next to a fire and I hold control and left click, I gain an extra boost from the fires that are beside us. The only issue is that sends my bar ticking down. So I should be able to wreck something now in that time. But I'm just a little bit worried what happens when that runs out. Let's just fight this Pyromane and see what happens. Hopefully we're doing extra damage. And we just absolutely rinse this 130, and we did. Wow. So that's a nice little buff. That's a nice little boost. It is ripping things apart. So if you go over to a fire and you do your flame boost, you will get energy from the fire source, the one that you're actually keeping to light yourself even, right? Perpetual motion we've got going on here. And it will give you a buff. But once that ticker runs out, because it starts ticking down, you're going to be back to square one and have to fully recharge your Pyromane. But that is super good. I think that is everything figured out now. I've got myself a Rex here. And I just want to explain something that I've noticed. I might have been telling you something a little bit wrong. My two attacks here, Flame Leap and Flame Absorb, are both lit up. They're both highlighted as if they can work. And I've actually got no flame in my bar. Now what won't work is the Flame Trail. And also, if I just quickly go over to these fires, I don't think I'll be able to get the Flame Boost, because they do rely on that bar. But it looks like it's only those two attacks really that do. So if I just try and get the Flame Boost, yeah, nothing happens. You need energy in the bar for that. But everything else, your Flame Absorb and even your Flame Leap, like so, will work without any, right? Now, I'm going to show you Flame Absorb, because that's why I was heading out here. And I'm just going to keep biting this till that bar's full, and then I'm going to activate it. I suck in the flame, and that adds to my bar. That then allows me to use my Flame Boost if I want to, because I'm near these fires. I'll try it. There we go, it's triggered. And then on top of that, I can also, if I want to, run and leave a little trail around this, like so, get it burned up, but my energy is then depleting. But as you can see, we have done absolute bits. And that is pretty much everything that I found out about this. If there's anything else, I'll be surprised, but you never know. You never know with these things, especially when they're new. Something that I can confirm is when I get off, I'm too hot. I'm overheating, look, a little bit too hot. As soon as I jump on, I'm not. Heat doesn't affect me at all. So these would be really cool in a hot, warm, deserty climate. Imagine if we had this on scorched. It would have been crazy. But yeah, that is pretty much everything about this. As you would expect when you breed, it is a maturation situation. So you can do that. And of course, there are two variants. You've got the male with the mane and the female without. So this is a really cool creature. I hope I figured everything out. I hope you found this video super helpful, because I'm going to be calling that there. The main thing is though, just I absolutely love that this can keep things alight for you without fuel. I can't get over that. Why is that my favourite feature? Anyway, I've just said I'm going to call that there. So I'm going to thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please remember to leave a like, subscribe and ring that notification bell. It does absolute wonders for my channel, and it would be lovely to have you back. If you'd like to get more involved in the community, please check out the links in the description below. But until next time, you guys take care, and I'll catch you later. Cheerio.